speech right here. Listen to this.
My vision is that every American is wearing a wearable within 4 years.
This is not a coincidence, guys, that Amazon just released a new AI bracelet. I'm going to read this from the Wall Street Journal. Why Amazon wants an AI bracelet that records everything you say. For years, Amazon has insisted that Alexa devices only listen when prompted by a wake word. But now the company appears ready to drop the charade entirely. It has announced plans to acquire B. This is what they're calling this thing, B. All right, so we got a video of this because I want you to see what they're talking about here. So let me pull this video up.
Amazon is doubling down on artificial intelligence. You teased this story and it scared us.
Yeah, well, this is a story where all roads lead to surveillance. And if you're like me and you care about your privacy, this is something you want to pay attention to. As I said earlier, we all remember how freaky it was when we realized that Alexa is actually listening to us, that it's a live microphone in our homes. Granted, there's a wake word involved, but it's a little strange. Well, what's happening now makes that look quaint. According to the Wall Street Journal, Amazon is now acquiring a tech startup called B. What is B? B makes a bracelet, a wearable, that listens to and transcribes every conversation you have. It even takes note of when you're talking to yourself or talking to your pet. And there is no wake word whatsoever. It's just constantly in record mode and transcribing and storing everything. All right.
And how many people you think is going to get this?
All right. Why would you want that? Well, the selling point for users is the creation of a searchable record of all of your interactions, which I suppose if you're planning to write your memoirs is a great thing. For B, and now apparently for Amazon, the attraction is a vast amount of data to train AI. And that's the key thing when it comes to AI. You can't just flick a switch or put in an algorithm. It needs to be taught.
And think about this, guys. I want to put a little pitch in for my podcast yesterday that we did. For the time being, these are devices on the body. But when we get to Revelation 13, there is some type of device that's going in the body. So I believe this is progression. What we're seeing here is the introduction level. They're getting society comfortable with something on their body. And then eventually, we'll get them comfortable with something in the body. Because eventually, these innovators, these technology giants are going to say, hey, we've come up with a plan. You don't have to put it on your hand, put it on your wrist or wherever you're going to put it. Now we can just put it in your right hand, in your forehead. And again, we did the whole podcast yesterday on that, talk about transhumanism to create the super intelligent individual that can surpass all natural means of society, of what we can function in society. So this is not surprising to me. Again, if you know where we're headed.
Do that, it needs monstrous amounts of data, and that's what B delivers. A constant stream of it flowing into the company's servers. Now, a spokeswoman for Amazon says that the company really, truly, totally respects people's privacy.
Sure they do.
So that's something. At the same time, however, let's start putting the pieces together. This is a wearable that's literally recording everything you and others say. Oftentimes, presumably all the time, without other people knowing they're being recorded. That's the first big red flag here, because if you don't know you're being surveilled, well, that's just not a good place to be. Now couple that with Meta's smart sunglasses that can be videotaping you without you knowing it. And now suddenly, everything you say, everything you do, everything that you are is suddenly being recorded.
Yeah, just ask the Coldplay couple. They got caught in adultery at the concert. They would come forward and say, this guy's right. He's not lost his mind. Everything's being recorded. There's cameras everywhere. There's microphones everywhere. Everything we're doing, everything we're saying being recorded in real time.
And now stir social media into the mix. You see where I'm going with all of this. Suddenly the level of surveillance.
We definitely see where we're going with this.
Unbeknownst to you, without your permission, is off the charts. So I'm here to say, hopefully not for the last time, this isn't a good thing.
Yeah, any of this technology is going to be rolled back. So what can be done?
Well, it's a good question, because today President Trump announced that he is going to even further deregulate AI to hasten and speed up adoption of this technology so that
Guys,
we remain a world leader here. So it looks like the guardrails are off when it comes to AI.
wow. And these guys are not even, think about what they're saying here, guys, from the prophetic implications of everything we've talked about. Is anyone else's spiritual radar just ding, 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 ding going off? The man just told you, for all the people that think that we are always hating on Trump, the guy is literally just telling you that the guardrails have been taken off by our president. And he's fully embracing this as a country.
And as much data as it can get, the faster it will improve. So a wearable like B, backed up with the full resources of a company like Amazon, it's going to take off. And then obviously, if B is successful, Google will follow suit, as will Apple and all the rest. So what can we do? I would say do what I do, and that is look around when you're talking to people wearing sunglasses or now wearing a wearable, and see for yourself, are you being recorded? Ask if you're being recorded. I hate that you have to be proactive.